Hello, innovators and builders, and welcome to another exciting episode of Web3 today. So, in today's episode, we are going to learn about the importance of community and how to build like a perfect community for your startup. The greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate action of its members. So, you have seen, most of the times that what exactly is a community. You can think of community something like, a Chelsea football fan versus like a Liverpool football fan. They are like so loyal. They just always on the fight. So you need to make sure that you're building such kind of a community for your Web3 startup, because these are the community people, or these are your fans who are going to stick with you even in your bad times, because every Web3 companies go through a lot of tough times. I think it's the nature of the ecosystem, right? So you just need to make sure that you have such a loyal fan base, and they would always stick by your side. So now you know that what are the important attributes of your startup. How will audience come to know about your startup and the solutions you provide? Right? So you need to focus a lot on the marketing and building your primary community. Just take a step-by-step approach, and here I'm going to highlight some of the most important points which are important, or which is the key to your successful community. So you need to make sure that after you achieve a success at a certain level, you just need to keep it together. So the biggest question is, how would you keep your community together? How would you engage them constantly, and how you value their presence and contributions, right? So the first important thing is you need to build a very strong brand identity. The very strong brand identity doesn't only come from brand name, logo or color theme, but also by offering them a lot of hoodies, merchandises. You just need to make sure that your brand is essentially present everywhere. Reward your loyal fans or community members by offering some great merch. That's one of the most coolest ways of connecting with them, because they are the one who are going to wear your merch everywhere. They're going to go, they're going to talk about it, and they're going to always feel happy when they put on something like that, right? And you also need to know that what kind of a thing your audience or your fans need to talk about in front of the community. So you can organize some kind of a meetup, some kind of a sessions where you interact with them personally, hear them out, and tell them that, okay, this is who we are, this is what you can talk when you're in community, this is where I need your help. You need to always keep asking that what you need and what you can expect out of them and what they expect out of you, because they're very significantly invested in your project, not only monetary but also emotionally, and also from a perspective of time. So the coolest thing about the Web3 ecosystem is that once they invest and once they become the part of your community, at some point they're always going to talk about it. So try to build certain engagement programs like ambassador programs, night programs. It always works out very successfully well. Appoint some ambassadors in colleges, universities, where they can conduct knowledge session about your product, about your startup, and they can also build a lot of great experiences, and also can connect with your new upcoming community members emotionally, right? So these are some of the coolest examples on how users actually connected emotions with Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin is the one of the most strongest community you have ever seen, and also Ethereum. So Bitcoin community are invested in Ethereum, but they sometimes they might they love Ethereum, but Ethereum community might not necessarily love Bitcoin, because they feel that it's old, it's outdated, it was a pioneer at that point in time, but it's not necessary right now. So you see that how communities basically talk about their inclusiveness, how they talk about how they are technically advanced, and they also contribute a very important role in your DAOs. So you need to make sure that you actually connect emotionally, and they know that who you are. For example, Bitcoin, a pioneering, strong and reliable blockchain, right? Ethereum, an innovative and very inclusive blockchain, right? A chain analysis is actually a platform, right, which provides the complete blockchain analysis of your crypto assets. So it's a reliable source of information. And a very interesting example of BYAC board. So this essentially talks about your digital identity and your status, and represents how valuable user you are in the digital world. So a person who is holding this kind of an NFT are the ones like essentially need, like, who are the ones who are like whales, or people who are like having very deep roots in the Web3 ecosystem. So you would actually want to connect with everyone, talk to them about your project, seek their feedbacks and things like that. So the biggest question is how you need to make your brand identity, right? So brand identity is quite simple. It's based on these following principles according to me. First is that you need to clearly define your vision and mission. It's not necessary that it may not change. It will definitely change over a period of time. Just keep on building and defining your vision and mission. Just have a handbook where you can just change or modify amplify and then engage your core team members to give their feedbacks. That's one of the amazing ways of engaging with your team. Define your core values, define that how you want your business to be. There was one very interesting handbook which Binance released, which actually talked about the CZ's principles of doing business. So if you look at the Binance is really correlated with CZ, right? So if CZ has a high reputation, Binance has a high reputation. Binance, in any scenario, Binance cannot have a high reputation if CZ will not have a high reputation. So CZ has very smartly built like a community connect with him personally and also Binance. So right now, which means that everything what Binance and CZ does, community tends to follow, and they like CZ because CZ has survived all these storms in the market. He has very smartly outweighed his competition. So you can actually take a lot of inspiration from brands like Binance, and you can actually create a vision of building or brand identity around it. Now you need to also craft a very compelling message. For example, Binance's message was exchange the world, which means that they are a platform where people could essentially trade any kind of an asset on the blockchain. So if you look at the overall blockchain vision, Binance really got it right, because we are not only talking about crypto assets, or we are not only talking about any asset which exists on the internet today, but we can also talk about the real world assets. So Binance says that exchange the world, which means you can exchange everything and anything which exists on the internet. And even looking at the future of blockchain in Web3, they knew that they need a platform like Binance for people to exchange value. So they are building a platform where people can actually exchange value. So you need to craft a very compelling message, and you need to also deliver with your product, right? And then also you need to have like a community of advocates, like get some influencers or get people who have a lot of following within the community, right? They are the one who can actually talk about your advocacy. They can actually get more and more people on board. They can amplify your reach, and they can also help you in a lot of massive ways in securing funding, in spreading more words about your product and service, and also give you a lot of critical feedback which might be important in building your business. So the question is how to build this early community, how to start. The best way is Telegram or Discord. Get them on one place, organize it, and you will learn it how to organize it, right? Everybody makes mistake. There is no thumb rule of doing it. Just the important thing is first is organizing them. Just get them to your Telegram or Discord channel, engage with them, connect with them as much as possible, organize webinars, get ambassadors on board, organize meetups, and reach out to these audiences on all social media platforms wherever they are available. Just try to connect with them as much as possible. You can also use a lot of chat bots and things like that to continuously interact with them and to know what they are thinking, right? DAOs are one of the most amazing ways of collecting feedback, suggestions, and also improving your services, because when we talk about DAO, people are not only investors from a perspective. They don't only want your project to succeed, but they would also contribute as much as possible, because in a DAO structure, community members also get recognition. So apart from money, there is also a very significant upside for users to and for community members to engage, because they can get a lot of respect, they can get a lot of name and fame by engaging with you. So you can also connect with your community members at those levels, and you can organize events and things like that where community members are highlighted and they are essentially presented in front of the larger audiences. So you need to recognition plays a very important role. Keep on recognizing your team members, keep on recognizing your community, let them feel that how you think of them a very valuable asset to your organization, right? The other important thing is how you can maximize your reach, right? Because it's very competitive and there are so many things which is available for community members to follow. So the important thing is how would you maximize your reach, how would you amplify it, right? You need to make sure that you leverage each marketing channel and talk about the pros of your brands, and you are very vocal about the right things. You can talk about that, okay, why Ethereum is bad versus why your project is revolutionary and good, right? You need to be always precise, but whatever the information you are passing on has to be very much researched. So you need to be very elaborative as much as possible, and you can actually also communicate it via campaigns. You can start some interesting campaigns. For example, at Indian Blockchain Institute, we started a campaign called Learn Web3, which means that we offered a free course to everyone who wanted to know about Web3, get them onboarded with the Web3, and then they can potentially connect with a lot of other areas. The other idea is like what we have done with Web3 today is helping people on how to launch a Web3 startup. So this is a part of our campaign, this is a part of our idea, this is part of how we want to connect with the community and how we want to make sure that every person within the community succeeds. So there are a lot of ways and a lot of formats on how you can actually connect with your community members. You can also engage with them in a lot of other forums like Discord, one-on-one chat, drop them an email, LinkedIn, and things like that. And of course, you need to use your other marketing strategies like SEO, hashtags, etc. to amplify your reach, right? So these are some of the most popular marketing strategies: content, email, influencer, paid. But the other interesting marketing strategy is affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing is something where your people within the community have the very large incentive to promote your product and service, and they spend their own money in promoting it. So affiliate marketing has picked up quite recently. I mean, Amazon has built their entire business around affiliate marketing. You can actually take a lot of inspiration from affiliate marketing. Talking about the content marketing, so in content marketing, you need to have like a right platform, right communicative message, and also you need to showcase your purpose. You need to showcase your expertise and build trust with your audiences. So the audiences could be like large and open audiences. Email marketing. So in email marketing, you essentially send newsletters, and the purpose is to add value to your audience and connect with them more personally, because everyone has an email address, everyone goes through their email quite regularly, and right now people are actually going through a lot of newsletters. I mean, the trend for people to subscribe to newsletters and the trend for people to connect with the social handles has gone up a lot, because everyone wants to know some information which can help them in any possible way. I mean, the access to knowledge and the information is being prioritized at the topmost level in today's internet world. And you can also leverage paid marketing, right? So of course, there are a lot of several platforms for paid marketing, but the key purpose is basically to attract unaware audience. You can essentially start with your paid marketing when you are in these stages of launching your product, where you want to get to early adopters and then you want to get to a paid adopters, because your early adopters can essentially talk about a product, give more feedback, and actually attract the new early or paid customers. So the bottom line is that the marketing and community development has to start from your early stages of your startup. It would help you build a very strong community of your loyal followers. As your business grows and you launch your token and things like that, these communities will definitely have a greater impact in enhancing your brand. So guys, the next session is completely about how to master your tokenomics. Again, I have talked about tokenomics in the business model slide, but in the next session, I'm going to talk about tokenomics in detail, and how it is exclusive to your Web3 and how it can actually guide you in making your Web3 startup a success. So guys, thank you so much for staying with us. I'm excited to know about your feedbacks and comments and what you're building. Just comment below and just let me know what you're building, and just reach out to us through our Web3 Ventures portal and tap, and we would be very happy to help you and connect with you in any possible way. So thank you so much, builders, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.